Hi. Sorry that last video was such a downer, but life will be like that sometimes. Christmas was a mixed bag, which I'm sure I'll get into eventually, but I thought for this one I'd take a detour back to my usual complainy self by giving the hot take that I think turkey is a scam. It's a mild conspiracy, and North Americans have fallen for it. Hear me out. So, to start, turkey as a special event meal that people go out of their way to do for Thanksgiving and Christmas is a stupidly obvious way to manufacture demand. Not enough people buy them ahead of time, everybody wants them the same week time span, so stores have an easy excuse to inflate the price. Make you pay for that ideal dinner over everyone else. But hey, maybe that's not you. Maybe you plan ahead and buy a turkey months in advance to avoid the inflation. Not that it's a cheap meat, comparatively, but it's not nearly so bad if you can avoid that. Since food is such a big deal to me and my mental, I'll be the one to say it. Turkey isn't that good. Usually. Don't get me wrong, turkey can be very good, a nice change of pace, but there's a reason that we don't eat it more regularly, and it's not just the price or the effort of making it, because people pay and spend all day cooking turkey dinner on holidays, every holiday anyway, so it's clearly worth it to them. And yet, people don't make it that well. You'd think part of it is a lack of practice. Since we don't have turkey all that often, it becomes a vicious cycle of not having the skill to prepare it properly when the time comes around. But since it's usually the mothers of the household who've had decades and do it every year, there's a lot less excuse for how dry and unappealing turkey ends up. Honestly, it's sad, because the turkey doesn't deserve that. It feels like such a waste when people spend the time and money on a turkey for a special occasion and then botch it so badly that it's a wonder why people want turkey dinner all the time at all. Depending on your family, of course. But in my white, lower class experience, turkey was never something that I looked forward to growing up. I always questioned why we chose to invest so much in a special meal which turns out so much worse than regular meals. With the way my brain works, I didn't value the novelty of it over the actuality, and didn't have nostalgia for turkey because it was cooked poorly, so I'd rather have chicken. And I did. Ever since I was old enough to have an opinion, my mom let me have a chicken breast or drumstick instead of turkey on Christmas and Thanksgiving because I just didn't want the dry-ass turkey. And that's the thing I'm really getting at here. Perhaps this is entirely opposite to your lived experience with special occasions involving the preparation of turkey, but it was always really clear to me that turkey was kind of a scam. People don't prepare it right, it ends up being worse than any typical meal, and yet they're all so convinced it's a luxury and necessity that they pay extra time and effort to do it every year anyway, even though the experience is not good. Turkey dinner is a real white North American fallacy. It took me until adulthood to be served a turkey that was prepared well enough, with the accompanying stuffing and gravy and sides, that I understood the desire for turkey dinner. I quite honestly didn't know that turkey could be cooked to be tender enough to fall apart without need of a knife, or that eating it doesn't always require minutes of chewing. And that's sad to think about, that you can spend your whole life not liking a food, not because you don't like the food, but because the culture around you isn't capable of preparing it well. Bless my mom, she's good at cooking other things, and since I've been an adult doing 2 Christmas dinners, she's adopted the ham dinner instead. But damn, she cannot cook a moist turkey or make gravy that isn't runny as fuck every single time somehow. I don't need turkey. I just want a good meal. Any meal on holidays. But that just goes to show, even in cases of my surroundings / upbringing, where the time, effort, and results were always not worth it, people are still so convinced turkey is a necessary component, and that's my conspiracy. It's not that turkey can't be good, but it isn't often that good to warrant the dedication. Let me know in the comments below if you agree, disagree, have vastly different holiday meal hangups. But if you're like me and you're white trash, you were probably also brainwashed into thinking turkey is good and worth it no matter what.